Hi, welcome back to the Val Al Show. My partner Valerie, I'm Al Arney. We left you last time talking about resonant frequencies, stem, am I going to break this wine glass? Or how can Valerie possibly play so many notes with just three things, valves, for the fingers? A lot of notes. Anyhow, there's a lot going on there. We can go in all sorts of different directions and get distracted. So we really want to start off, get to the heart of the matter. Resonant frequencies, that first thing I mentioned. Okay. Resonant meaning something resonates or resounds. And the frequency is how fast things are going. For example, when I hit the wine glass, the glass vibrates and it sets off the air vibrating. It vibrates, who knows, 800 times per second. I haven't measured it. Anytime you hear a sound, that means that something has happened somewhere on planet Earth that sets off these vibrations. They will go through a medium like air or water or your body. Eventually get to your ears, go through nerves and a few connections, and you will hear a sound. So, the thing that happened was my finger hit the glass. The medium is in between, in this case it's air, between the event and your ears, and it transmits the event. So this is the event, the air is the medium, and your ear is called the ear. The first sounds that you heard were not wine glasses, they were your mom's heartbeats. For all of us, go way back, before you even had ears to hear with, you were hearing your mom's heartbeat. And that goes in a rhythm of 3 with 2 beats that we hear. Not sure if you paid attention to that. Your heart goes boom, 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 loud, soft, quiet, loud, soft. Nothing in that third beat. It's quiet, but it's still there, quote unquote there. So these are not at odds. The 2 beats are not in competition. It's a rhythm of 3 with 2 sounds. That's the way our hearts are. They go with us every place. Well, it's critical to mention, especially when we're dealing with wind instruments, the shape of the air inside the glass, in this case, or inside the horns, is critical. It determines how it sounds, or what note, how many vibrations are happening. For example, you can hear that clear ringing. If we put in some water, see about half full, you can hear it doesn't resonate at all as well. And it's a different sound, different frequency. Try a little less water. And a little less water. Okay. Now, in the case of the horns, it's actually quite simple. They all operate the same. Horns make a series of sounds. That's the best way to put it. When we first hear these, they're hard to define, almost impossible to measure, but quite noticeable. So you will see, this came from a buffalo, was not designed to play music, but nonetheless it does. Don't ask me when, who, how long ago, or why somebody decided to do this, but they did, and it sounded quite nice. Actually, horns can make quite a lot of noise, which is just noise, but there will be a sound, a note that resonates, rings true. As different from noise. They also found that there will be another note that resonates. Sometimes higher, sometimes lower. In this case, it's what we call higher. So you could hear that. Like I said, the cow horn was designed for other things by a cow. So we get the idea of what's going on. They liked it. Through centuries, through thousands of years, they developed instruments shaped like this. They liked the way that air column sounds. We came up with, not too long ago, a bugle. This is used by the armies for sending signals, and it takes those intervals, those sounds that a horn will make, and refines them, so it's a lot more precise and sounds better. So, you can hear quite a bit of that sounds nice. There's a low note that doesn't quite come out, not designed for that either. So we'll move on to Valerie, who's designed to play just about any note. She does the same sort of a series though. You notice my right hand is not going to be touching the horn. That bottom note comes out quite nicely. And you can hear how it is. Those are notes that are played. They're separate. You can't really define them or count them, like I was saying. But they are the beginnings of music. And you have heard these. The hunt is on, from that fundamental low note. Horses and dogs, foxes and stags, deer, understand when they hear that the hunt is on. For the horses and the dogs, they're getting going. And for the stags and the rabbits, they're taking off. You have also heard this in songs, current songs. That's a really nice interval. The bottom note is called the fundamental. Makes a leap. Somewhere over the rainbow. It's all part of my singing, but you have heard that. The first leap that the horn makes is very popular with us. We've been listening to that for hundreds of years. Now the second one it makes, that's also a bugle call. You could use that, but we hear it as a song. A lot of songs. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Or for learning A, B, C, D, E, F, G, I will bet you if you learn your ABCs to that tune, you have not forgotten them. You haven't practiced for decades, but you remember your ABCs. Anyhow, now the third jump is also familiar to us. I guess that's the second jump. It's the third note. And the song. So we will leave it at that. Horns make these leaps. We can't quite define them yet, but they are at the basic, the fundamentals of our liking music and sound. Could call those quantum leaps. So we'll get into that. We will get into that soon. Thanks.